All right. Had to try some experiments here with the music. So there you go. Welcome into Sports with Balls. I'm Jeff Michael here on a Thursday night football. Welcome into the show. Of course, got a daily show going on every morning. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for listening to wherever you are on YouTube, on Twitter, on Twitch, on podcast, however you're listening. Do appreciate it. Like and follow the show. Go to Sports with Balls on any social media platform and just type follow. Man, the social media Sports with Balls page is insane. It's awesome. Gotta love it. Get into some good conversations. Sports news, obviously, all over the place. But welcome into the show Thursday. So we have Thursday night football. And these primetime games, man. Whew. We'll talk about that here in a little bit. Major League Baseball playoffs. Wow, 4 sweeps. Interesting. Very, very interesting as far as the Major League Baseball playoffs are going. We'll get into the divisional series. Who's on deck? That all starts Saturday. It's a great weekend for sports, man. Holy crap. The Red River Showdown. Shootout. You're not even allowed to say that anymore. The Red River Showdown. Texas and Oklahoma go at it this weekend. Dallas and San Francisco and the NFL go at it. The MLB playoffs start at noon on Saturday. Just a packed weekend with sports, man. Woo! Cannot wait. Speaking of packed, what happened to Messi in Miami? Like, for real. That hype just went away. Like, it is awkward how Messi, and I guess it's the NFL is just such a juggernaut, but the Messi thing, like, Miami's not even playing good soccer anymore. They got beat 4-1 last night and are in danger of missing the playoffs. And we were all about some Messi in Miami. Like, they were never going to lose. Yeah, man. So, NFL, dude, the juggernaut that is the NFL. Holy crap. But, yeah, great games this weekend in the NFL. We'll start off with game number 1 tonight. The Chicago Bears, the 0-4 Chicago Bears, and the 2-2 Washington Commanders are going to go at it. And this is Chicago fighting for its NFL life. Like this is it. You lose this game, and you have to start thinking about what you're going to do in the draft. If you're Chicago, 100%. You lose this game, you got to start thinking about the draft. Is Justin Fields really the guy? Because coming out of college this year, this is insane. Caleb Williams, Drake May, Bo Nix, J.J. McCarthy, among a few. That's 4 NFL quarterbacks, NFL-ready QBs. So if you start 0-5, you're the Chicago Bears, and you start 0-5 on the season, you got to start thinking about what's next. You have to. They're in such an awkward situation. Right now, as of right now, DraftKings has the Chicago Bears as the worst team, or to finish the best chance to finish 0-17 over the Carolina Panthers. That's how bad Justin Fields and the Chicago Bears are playing. Did Justin Fields have a good first half last weekend? Yeah, he did. 1 half of one game, and then they got absolutely destroyed in the second half. The Broncos ended up beating them. They were up by 21 in that game. The Chicago Bears have got to start thinking about what's next. Even if they win, they go 1-4. Great. But the line right now is Washington -6. Yep. That's right. And I'm thinking about taking Washington. Later on in the show, in about 20 minutes, I'm going to give you my bets of the day. That may be one of them. I just don't trust the Chicago Bears. And again, I'm sorry, Bears fan. I got a friend of mine, Thomas Q, great friend, massive Chicago Bear fan. But if you start 0-5, are you giving up on Fields? Should you draft another QB? Do you start thinking about, look, you could draft. Right now, the Bears sit at 1 and 2 in the NFL draft. And they could take an incredible quarterback and an incredible wide receiver at 1-2 and restart that franchise? Do you trade away Justin Fields? There's been talk about trades for Chicago for Justin Fields. I don't know. But you can't start 0-5, and some people had Justin Fields as a top 5 QB in the league this year. Hot seat? Head coach? Maybe. I don't see why not. It's a bad football team. Their odds of finishing 0-17 are better than Carolina, and they got a rookie QB. That is not good at all for anybody. That is, but they'll be in Washington tonight, where the surprising Washington Commanders and Sam Howell are 2-2, and their 2 losses are to Buffalo and Philadelphia, who they almost beat last week, 34-31. They gave Philadelphia a hell of a run. Washington Commanders. I'm always scared of teams that play with house money. I absolutely scared of these guys. And they're playing with house money. For sure. They beat Arizona 20-16. They beat Denver 35-33. Of course, they got blown out by Buffalo. And then you got Philadelphia, who, great football team. And they almost beat them. Chicago tonight, Atlanta, New York. They got a chance to have a nice winning record before they go up against Philadelphia again in 4 weeks. Pretty cakewalk schedule, too. Giants a couple of times, Jets. But they do run into Dallas, San Francisco, Miami. And that's going to be interesting. But look, you got a chance to win or to be 500 or above if you're the Washington Commanders, and you have got to be excited about that. Who's this Sam Howell kid? Wow. Out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. I know damn good and well, all you Washington Commander fans were like, Sam who? Look at it. And when they announced that he was a starting quarterback, it was like, oh, great. Kevin Anthony, welcome to the show as always. Go Cowboys. Yeah, we'll talk about them in a little bit. Great game this weekend the Cowboys have. Terrible game for Thursday Night Football. Yeah, I'm trying to spin some positives on this. I'm trying to spin positive things on tonight's game. And if you're Chicago, do you want to lose? You want to lose this game? Do you want to start 0-5 and start thinking about the draft? I say yes. Is Justin Fields the guy? I just mentioned the quarterbacks coming out. It's ridiculous. There's 4 NFL-ready quarterbacks coming out. Caleb Williams, Drake May, J.J. McCarthy, Bo Nix. Jesus. All I would take over Justin Fields right now, unless you're just going to turn into an RPO offense, which it doesn't seem like it is right now. But you have a chance. You have a chance, Chicago. If you finish 1-2, or if you finish last, you go 1-2 in the draft, you have a chance to get Caleb Williams and Marvin Harrison Jr. at 1-2. Or you've got good options. You got great options here if you're Chicago. Washington, on the other hand, man, they're actually playing decent football. Great defense. Like Sam Howell playing good football, good run game. They're very balanced. I like Washington. I do. I just wish they changed the name back. I think everybody does. The Redskins, man. That's a great name. It's just a name, folks. It's just a name. We could poke fun at every single name, logo, and everything if we wanted to, but it's just a name. Anyways, got a football game tonight. Washington -6. Might be playing that. I'll let you know here in about 15 minutes. All right, on to the MLB, Major League Baseball. If you want to say they had some games going on, I mean, they did. They weren't much of games, though. All 2-0 sweeps, if you want to call it. Let's say gentlemen sweeps. 2 games is a sweep. I don't know about that. But the Rangers take the series 2-0. The Twins take the series 2-0 over the Blue Jays. The Rangers over the Rays, by the way. Diamondbacks over the Brewers 2-0. On the away, 2 games away. That was pretty impressive by the Diamondbacks. And then the Phillies. I love their fans. The Phillies take 2-0 over the Marlins. The Phillies game, the second out in the first inning, they were as loud as they were in the 9th inning. It was nuts in that stadium. They are pissed off at the Houston Astros, which they should be. They wanted him. And now they have the Atlanta Braves. That Phillies Braves series, I'm excited about that. If you're a baseball fan, holy crap. That is a great, great baseball series coming up. Those are two great fan bases, two teams that want it really, really bad. That's a little mini World Series in this playoff. So Phillies, Atlanta will be coming up. The Diamondbacks, who beat the Brewers, like I said, will be heading to LA to face the juggernaut that is the Dodgers. The getting healthy Los Angeles Dodgers. That should be an offensive explosion. Diamondbacks at the Dodgers. That's going to be a lot of fun. The Twins. I don't even know what to think about this team. They are heading to Houston. And Carlos Correa, of course, going back home. And I don't think that team has what it takes out of all the teams that are still left in the playoffs. Rangers, out of the ones that just a wild card, the Rangers, the Diamondbacks, and the Phillies. The Twins are the ones that are just sort of like, I don't think they have the offensive firepower to hang with Houston. I don't think they had the pitching to hang with Houston. Houston's going to throw Framber Valdez and Justin Verlander at them in game 1 and 2. It should all be over by then. That should do it. That should be game 1 and game 2 in the books. Although we've seen Framber Valdez have a really, really bad month. And Justin Verlander in the playoffs is always a little shaky, right? He can pitch great. We've seen it, but he also can give up some runs. But that offense for Houston is phenomenal. And it looks like they started to get going. After blowing series versus Oakland and the Kansas City Royals at the end of the season, where they could have easily locked up the division, even though they ended up winning it, they could have easily locked it up. They blew 2 series against the worst teams in Major League Baseball. But it seems like the Astros are now going, and we all know that, look, experience speaks volumes when it comes to playoff baseball. And who has the most experience going into this? The Houston Astros. So the Twins, good luck. I get it. Look, first time in 21 years you guys won a series. First time in 18 years you won a game in the playoffs. Awesome. It was a great run. Got to say the Astros take that in 3 games. Best of 5 series coming up in the division series. The Texas Rangers, they're going to be heading to Baltimore. And another, what should be offensive explosion. I love those Orioles teams. That place, Baltimore will be rocking. In fact, like if I wanted to be anywhere, and I used to do this on my old show, and maybe I'll start to bring it back up now. It's like, where do you want to be this weekend? I may want to be in Camden. Camden Yards will be on fire. And I believe it's noon on Saturday, Central Time. That place will be rocking. It will not be like Tampa Bay. Golly. Did y'all see that? Did y'all see the Tampa Bay Rays fans not show up for their team? No wonder they got blown out. That is not a baseball town. That was embarrassing. And it was blasted everywhere on social media. You guys couldn't take your kids. Here in Houston, we take our kids out of school on a weekday playoff game. Sorry, that place will be packed in Houston. I don't understand, Tampa. Your team's in the playoffs, and you just gave up on them? Wow. The Kansas City Royals, who lost 100 games, I believe 100, than Tampa Bay Rays had at their playoff game. That's insane. That's absolutely ridiculous and should never happen. Good job, Tampa. Way to show up, man. Way to be there. Kevin Anthony, unpopular take. You heard it here. I'll put this on the screen, Kevin. That's a little ridiculous. The Philadelphia Phillies to upset the Atlanta Braves. No, sir. No, sir. I get it. Look, like I said, this is sort of a mini World Series. This is going to be a fun baseball series. I hope out of all these that this goes to game 5. I really do. Or game 7. Is it 5? I think it's 5. I hope it does. I really hope it does because this is going to be fun. Both these fan bases are awesome. It looks like Philadelphia found a groove. hit a grand slam last night. They look fun, man. But the Atlanta pitchers are awesome. It seems like a team of destiny this year for Atlanta. Houston's faced both of them in the World Series, so bring it on. That's what I say. That's just my Houston Astros talking. And going back to that series with the Astros and the Twins, who's got an easier road than the Astros right now? Nobody. God forbid the Rangers take down the Orioles, who are all inexperienced in the playoffs. It would be a Texas showdown between the Astros and the Rangers, and the Astros would have the upper hand on that one too. They destroyed them all season long. So the Astros could have the easiest walk into the ALCS and even maybe the World Series. Whereas on the flip side of that, National League, there's some good baseball teams over there. The Dodgers, the Braves, the Phillies. Man, the Diamondbacks are even a very scrappy team. I talked a minute ago about Washington Commanders playing Chicago tonight and how they play with house money. It's like the Diamondbacks are the same. That's a scary team. Scary team. The Arizona Diamondbacks playing with house money. Just some kids out there playing ball. You don't want to get caught up. So, thanks for joining in to Sports with Balls, guys. I'm Jeff Michael. We've gone over some NFL. We've gone over Major League Baseball playoffs. We'll get into that a little bit more. I got to thank a couple of people, pay some bills right now. We got to thank Christian's Tailgate. Of course, we have our live show there once a week. Go to christianstailgate.com. 5 Houston area locations. Man, this place, their food is award-winning. They've got drink specials. They play beer pong at all their locations. They have designated bars on Sundays for Dallas Cowboy fans, for Buffalo Bills fans. The places are packed. All the fights we go watch there. It's just a great place. Great sporting venue, or even taking clients to eat lunch, dinner, tacos. It doesn't matter. Go to christianstailgate.com, order your food, or go visit one of their locations. Also, this stuff right here. Hobuzz, THC infused seltzer. This stuff is good. I got a 6-pack in my refrigerator. It's blowing up all over this area and a lot of other places. THC infused seltzer. If you don't like the effects of alcohol after you've been drinking for the next day or whatever, this is the stuff. Here's their info. Go to hobuzzco.com. That's hobuzzco.com. Or give them a call, 832-929-4563. Last but not least, Wes Dunn over at westoncg.com. It is pouring outside right now. I think I heard hail earlier. We know that Vegas got hit with some hail. It looked like snow over there. But look, go see westoncg.com. Wes Dunn over there, 832-534-2374 for all of your fencing, roofing, exterior construction, whatever you need done. Go call Wes, 832-534-2374. All right, guys. Bets for tonight. What are we doing tonight? By the way, I went 2 for 3 yesterday. I picked the Rays because I didn't know that they would absolutely shut down. So that's the only game I lost yesterday. I nailed that Jacksonville State game. They destroyed them. I should have said money line, but I took them +3. So there you go. Got that. And also took the Phillies. So tonight's game. Chicago Bears at the Washington Commanders. Man. I think I'm going to go with the over 40. It's 44.5 right now. I like these teams to score. I think the Bears have been scoring pretty well. The Commanders, it's that Commanders -6 because it's not like Chicago played terrible. But here's the Commanders have scored 20, 35, and 31, 3 of their 4 games, right? So I like the over. And it's not like Chicago's defense is certainly, you know what? It might even be a better bet. I need to look this up. What's Chicago's total? I mean, not Chicago, Washington's total. I might take Washington's total points. But I like the over in this game, 44.5. I guess I would take Washington -6. I guess. Let's check out some NCAA games because there is football on every single day. I forgot, for the next 52 days, something like that. I think it misses one day. absolutely insane. Tonight, Sam Houston at Liberty. Boy, another Conference USA game, and Liberty's pretty darn good. Liberty minus 21. The other game is Western Kentucky at Louisiana Tech. 3-2. Both of these Conference USA games, Western Kentucky is minus 6 over Louisiana Tech. Louisiana Tech's 2-0. I like Liberty minus the 21. Sam Houston's not a good football team. Liberty looks to be pretty legit. So give me Liberty minus the 21. Western Kentucky, Louisiana Tech. The over is 60. Man. It's in Louisiana Tech. You know what? Give me Louisiana Tech plus 6. I like a surprise here. Louisiana Tech plus the 6. And then we'll take the over. But look, guys, for those of y'all that don't know, I do a gambling, gambling minute, I guess. It's just a short little gambling video I put out. It's only about 55 seconds to a minute long. It's on TikTok. It's on YouTube. It's on all of the social media channels. So go to Sports with Balls on every social media channel, and you will find my my little betting minute. I usually do it. It depends on when the games are. Look, if I had baseball start at noon, I'll do it about 10 a.m. If the games don't start till 5, I'll do about 2 hours prior to any game that's starting. I will put up this gambling video and been doing very well, man. Been hitting, like I said, did 2 out of 3 yesterday. Jacksonville State, they won 45-30. Took them yesterday. Speaking of college football, the game this weekend is – this is a play. There's 2 playoff games this weekend in the college and in the NFL. One of them in college being Oklahoma at the University of Texas. The Red River rivalry, the Texas or the shootout. There's all kinds of names for it. The Red River rivalry is the good one that a lot of people use. Number 12 Oklahoma versus number 3 Texas in Dallas at the Cotton Bowl. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love this. It's the All-State Red River rivalry. It's at 11 a.m. This is going to be a great football game. What we got right now on this line? Let's check this out. I'm sure it's Texas minus, where are we at? Texas minus 6.5. The over-under is 60.5. Give me the over, first of all. And by the way, I will put all this stuff out this weekend right before Saturday. Saturday about 9 a.m. I'll do a video and put all of my games out for Saturday and Sunday. I don't know about Texas minus 6.5. I like Texas. They've shown some grit. Oklahoma, who they played, right? Like that would be the knock on them. They're number 12. Texas is number 3. I like the over. SMU was a good team. They won 28-11 over them. Other than that, Oklahoma hasn't played like any ballers. I wouldn't say. Cincinnati, they won 20-6. Iowa State 50-20. SMU 28-11. That would put the game at the under, obviously. SMU's a pretty good school. That's interesting. Texas, on the other hand, been tested. And I like Texas. I lived in Austin for a little bit. Rice, they beat Alabama 34-24. They won by 10. They beat number 24 Kansas 40-14. Give me Texas. Give me Texas to continue this Steve Sarkisian run. And I like, let them blow out Oklahoma and move up the polls. You know, like I want Texas and Vince Young, long time ago, and that was one of the greatest college football games we've ever seen. Let's get another one. Texas, USC, let's get it done. Round 2, bing, bing, let's go. I'm all for that. So go Texas. Give me Texas minus the points. I'm down for that. All right, let's move on to the NFL and the other playoff game that I know Kevin Anthony, who watches the show all the time, is waiting for this Sunday night. The Dallas Cowboys taking on the San Francisco 49ers in what should be a preview of at least one playoff game. I said 49ers Eagles in the NFC Championship. Could be 49ers Dallas. Who knows? But right now, San Francisco -4 Give me that all day long. The over-under is 45. Give me the under. I don't see Dallas offense explosion. You never know. This is the NFL, right? But man, Kevin Anthony, San Francisco 30, Dallas 17. That's your. You know what? That sounds right on. That really does sound spot on. And this is coming from a Cowboy fan of all things, like a massive Cowboy fan. But 30-17 seems right. That seems about right. Dak having a pick. Look, if I'm going to look it up before Sunday's game and the over-under on Dak throwing a pick, I'm taking it. I'm taking the over. If it's 0.5, give me it. This game is going to be awesome. The atmosphere should be almost playoff-ish. It's early. It's one of the most intriguing football games we've had this early in the season. And some weeks marred with some terrible, terrible NFL games. As far as some of these teams are concerned, I talked about it yesterday. There's some really bad football teams in the NFL right now. The parity's just not there. So this being the Cowboys and 49ers, 3-1 Cowboys, 4-0 49ers, all the superstars. This is a game of the week. I'm excited for this one, and I like San Francisco in it. God forbid the Cowboys win. Social media for 7 days will be blowing up. It's our year. Super Bowl. Yeah, here we go. That's a good football game. I'm excited for that one. Texans and Falcons. That's another good football game that a lot of people probably aren't paying attention to. That's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. And tomorrow, I'll dip into these games a little bit more tomorrow. But Jaguars and Bills, we have another London game at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Jacksonville taking on the Bills Mafia in London. Will there be? Look, we all know that Jacksonville's pretty much the home team over there. Will Buffalo travel well? That'll be interesting to see. Make sure your fantasy football lineups are set up early. But look at these. Look what I'm talking about. You got the 1-3 Jets at the 1-3 Broncos, the 1-3 Bengals at the 1-3 Cardinals, like 2-2 Saints at the 1-3 Patriots, 1-3 Giants. There's all these 1-3 teams, 0-4s. I don't remember seeing this many bad teams. The 1-3 Vikings, 1-3 Broncos, 1-3 Jets, 1-3 Cardinals, 1-3 Bengals, 1-3 Patriots, 1-3 Giants. These are bad football teams. I don't remember seeing this many bad football teams in the NFL. And lucky for them, I said it right when the show started, the draft is loaded. So we're going to see some really bad football teams this year. Really bad football teams. Reason being, Caleb Williams, Marvin Harrison Jr., Drake May, Latu from UCLA, J.J. McCarthy, Fashnow from Penn State, Joe Alt from Notre Dame, Bo Nix, Brock Bowers, Keon Coleman. These are all NFL-ready ballers coming out of college. So you're going to see some bad NFL games. Sorry, that's just the way it is. Look, if you missed any of the show, type in Sports with Balls on your wherever your social media is. I'm on every page. And also, in any podcast arena, type in Sports with Balls. This show will be up directly afterwards. I want to thank right here, Hobuzz. Go to HOBUZZCO.com. That's HOBUZZCO.com for your THC-infused seltzer. This stuff is absolutely amazing. Also want to thank Wes Dunn at WestonCG.com, 832-534-2374 for all your outdoor construction needs. And, of course, Christian's Tailgate, best place to watch sports, fights, best place to drink, best place to eat. It's just an incredible venue, guys. Get over to Christian's Tailgate. Go to christianstailgate.com to find all of their locations. Look, thank you guys for listening. Tomorrow morning show will be at the same time, same bat place. I'll see y'all tomorrow. I'm Jeff